Hey y'all, welcome to Questions and Conversations podcast. I'm Tab,
I'm Jap.
and thank you for joining us. So, what are we talking about tonight?
I don't know, man. I know you got a couple things.
I don't know. We have unpacked so much in these last couple of weeks. I don't really know where to begin. I mean, we got so many. Like,
Well, let's just,
you want to start with like some of the comments from some of our reels?
we could do that. But let's just tell the people. I want people to understand what this podcast is about.
Okay, good. I think that's a good thing.
Okay, for you, tell the people.
For me? I just feel like it's just two people that's having a conversation about things that are going on in the world. Like just everyday life situations that we go through, that we experience. And like for people to get to know us.
Right.
Like and to broaden their way of thinking.
Right.
Or open up, broaden their minds or thinking or however that goes.
What about, like, what do you want them to get from you from this podcast?
Authenticity. Like I feel like I give me, like the good, the bad, the funny, you know. So I know we're gonna have some touchy subjects, so I may cry sometime. You know, something may really hit me, and then I also want us to have some funny time, some fun stuff.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
What do you want out of it?
I mean, I just want to give people something to think about, something to laugh about, something to be about, It's a lot of podcasts that, everybody want to talk about, history, future, present, facts and all that. I just want us to, see who we are, how we think,
Yeah.
get to know the real versions of us instead of the Facebook crazy versions, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Because I feel like I get prejudged a lot based on Facebook.
I know I do.
I think
But-
we both are like Facebook bandits. At this
Hey,
point.
but you gotta, it's okay. You gotta be the villain sometimes.
But the good thing is, we have people who love us and we have people who hate us, and that's normal. That's okay.
Hey, you can love or hate me. I'm just gonna give you some information.
Yeah.
You can take it or leave it.
True.
That's how I see it.
I agree.
But I'm glad y'all listening and watching.
True.
We love y'all.
We do. Thank y'all, by the way, too, for all the love and support. Because y'all have been really y'all been riding for us these last few episodes. So I can't say nothing but thank y'all.
It's a blessing.
It is.
It's dangerous a weapon though, like, cause these people listening to you, your word is like a weapon,
And they will run it back. The internet is treacherous.
Yeah, that's why every word that's said on this podcast, you got to be willing to stand on it.
I agree. 1,000%.
That's why you ain't gonna never hear no absolutes with me, cause I don't speak in absolutes. You know what I'm saying? There's always some exceptions, and somebody gonna
You gonna always have an exception. And if it ain't one, you gonna find one.
right, and they gonna find us, cause they gonna say I don't do that. All people don't do that. We know everybody don't do one thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta cut it out.
That's true.
Just because we say nobody's a monolith. No group of people are a monolith.
Or what?
Monolith.
What's that?
It's basically like you categorize an entire group of people based on like one stereotype. Like all men are dogs. You just put them in a monolith.
Oh, okay.
You could fact check it. I don't know. That's what I believe.
That's what you believe.
That's what I believe what it means.
You gonna take it?
I don't speak in absolutes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, it could or could not be. We ain't looking it up, so.
It sounds like that's what it should be, right?
That's what it
I
sounds
heard
like
it
it should
before,
be.
you know what I'm saying? I thought I heard somebody explain it like that before. Nah, I
You
think it
did?
is.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, man, shoot. I don't know. I'm not here for correct grammar, proper English.
I don't have any, so
Yes,
it
you do.
wouldn't do me any good anyway.
Oh, get to the juice. What you got? What you got, man? What you got?
I don't know.
What's some feedback from some of the the, the views and
Okay,
comments?
so one of the very first comments I got, well, off the very first, well, not the very first reel, but the second one, the one that you said, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted it on TikTok, and a guy said, that's 5% gibberish. What is 5%? And what is that? Like, I don't know.
Well,
Explain to us what is 5% and why would I'm so lost.
he's talking basically talking about the whole total population of the people are 100%. And people who are like the wise ones believe they're the wise ones with the knowledge. They break down into the 5% of the population. Then the 10% of the population is who control the 85% of the population. So if you're of the 5%, you're of the ones who know what's going on between the 10% and the 85%. To get it? You're like the Matrix. The people who take the pill to go fight against the robots and you know what I'm talking about in the Matrix,
Yeah.
right? They would be the 5%. The people who choose to go back into the Matrix, those are the 85%, the deaf, dumb, and blind. They ones get
So
controlled.
are you saying that 85% of our population in this world is dumb, deaf, and blind?
That's what the percentages
To
are.
wait. To knowledge or just in general?
I mean, they have their own aspects of knowledge of what they know within the world, like within the Matrix. They have their specialty, skilled knowledge, but in the actual world, which is one of the ones that's when they wake up and get the stuff pulled out of them, they're out in the real world. They see what's really going on. They see the robots, attacking, taking over, trying to kill the masses. But in our sense, it's just the ones that are easily led. The ones who don't think for themselves. They're unaware of the secret war going on.
That can be controlled.
Mm-hmm. They're the ones that get controlled.
So they're the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the 10% is the ones, behind the scenes controlling everything. Wicked ones.
Is that what people call the Illuminati?
You could, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. All the secret society type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, when he made that comment about that, yeah, it's that language, but that wasn't the purpose for the video. You know what I'm saying? It's just it had a deeper meaning behind it. But
Okay, so give us that meaning because that's what we definitely want to dive in on.
I mean, of course, it had the mathematics in it, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. But the main point I was saying is, if we are to create understanding from the knowledge and wisdom, then if the world we live in is not changed, is not better, then we're creating errors.
Okay.
Or we are the error that was created because we didn't change the world. So we're creating error after error because it's a misunderstanding if there's no correction being done. So either we change or we create the change.
Do you feel like you're creating change?
I don't think I am to the best of my ability. I mean, but me right now, I have zero faith like in human existence.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I just don't see it getting better.
I feel like the more, of course, the world wants to show you all the bad things, but I feel like we do have a lot of good things. I feel like we are procreating a lot of good children,
Yeah, I mean, you got
and leaders and followers and things like that. Like, I mean, look at these kids at 11 and 12 years old graduating college and things like that. So I feel like that's something that was rare back in our time, and now it's more common. Like, people are priding themselves. Look how many people that's in our race or whatever, like college graduates, just different things. I feel like that some part of them are more awakened than we are. But then I feel like in some parts they're a little bit lost.
I mean, is it the parts that matter to create the change? That's the thing. Are we creating the the minds that's going to actually like change the world?
I feel like it's all in how you bring your kids up. It's all in how you raise them. Like, if you raise them to be systematic, they're going to be systematic.
But
If you raise them to be a free thinker, they're going to think free.
yeah, the mac that's on the micro. You know what I'm saying? But the macro, like the collective. I mean, that really depends on what change you want to see and what do you think your perspective on what change is. You know what I'm saying? If the world not bad to you, then you're not gonna raise a child to rebel against it. You're
What
gonna raise a
change?
child to fit in.
What changes would you like to see?
Man, there's so many systematic changes. Government first and foremost.
I agree.
I mean, every branch of the government, I would do away with and start from scratch
Okay.
because you can't create something new based on the same laws and principles that messed it up in the first place. Like the people who set it up didn't set it up to be correct, so we can't continue.
Well, it wasn't fair.
Right. So scratch all of that, and we start from scratch.
How do you think we'll be able to do that?
I don't think we're going to be able to do that. That's why I have zero faith in humanity.
It's possible. It's just they don't want to do it.
It's very possible. That's why I have very little faith. I would have zero faith. I wouldn't even think about it if it wasn't possible.
Just think if black people, or just us, because the world discriminates against us anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we have our own culture. They take everything from us that we have. What if we developed our own government, our own system, our own way?
That's the problem. We don't want to do that. We
Wow.
don't see a problem with the world. Therefore,
We too busy trying to live like those clear people.
That's what you call them. Clear people.
Others.
Okay.
We're chasing after their lives instead of living our lives.
But we don't even know what our lives are.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Do you
I've gotten
feel
to the
like we
point.
lost?
I got to the point now, and I'm about to be 42. I just feel like I'm about 70 in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm done. Like with the hope and all that type of stuff. I don't see it.
You gotta have some type of hope. Some type.
I only have hope for my individual
Self.
lane of life. That's it. Like I have to control that. I don't think that in a few years America gonna do right. I don't think that. I don't think they have incentive to, because we don't see a problem. I mean, of course there are some of us that do. It's not enough collectively, because
It is enough of us actually collectively.
No, where?
It's enough of us if we stand together.
That means we're not collectively. It's enough individuals.
I feel like that if we came together on something, which is rare for us, but if we actually did come together, just think about how great we could be.
Yeah, that's the reason why we're not. Because the people who are over us know that too.
Yeah.
So why would they let us
They
do
figured
that?
us out. We just ain't figured them out.
But I'm telling you, man, it's like old people. They know. Old people back in the day, they know what was going on. They just had to survive. So, it's best to not even talk about it. Just make sure your lineage is straight. That's what it got to. You know.
Dang. Well.
Hey, bro, can I jump in on that real
Go ahead.
quick?
Go ahead.
So, like you said, make sure your lineage is straight. So think about this. You remember being in the classroom, right? And everybody talking, and the teacher say, "I ain't start my lesson plan until everybody be quiet." 80% of the class gonna be quiet, but you got that 20% of the class that's telling they not just talking, they telling everybody to shut up. So, but if every individual person in the class literally said, "I ain't worried about nobody else. I'ma just make sure I shut up and play my part." You feel what I'm saying? Instead of coming together,
Right.
if everybody ain't gonna be on the same
Right.
wave, but at the same time, make sure.
If they were on the same wave.
Well, if you just did what was necessary, it's going to form the wave. If everybody did it individually, like if you just worried about your own lane, well, it's speaking about if you don't have that barrier in front of you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the barrier, then everybody can say, "I'm just going to do my part," because there's naturally nothing blocking you. But because we have something blocking us, we have to form together to knock down the barrier so we can move forward. That's the problem. So I guess, individually, you just got to focus on you. I mean,
Yeah.
hope you can make it over the barrier, and pull somebody with you when you get over.
Absolutely. I mean, that would be the goal.
For some.
The goal is to grow and help others grow.
Like I said, it depends on your perspective of the world. Some people fighting to, make their name in this world. So even if it's your family and they fighting to make a name in this world and you fighting to change it, now you just made a natural enemy.
Yeah. That happens a lot. When you stand for what you believe in versus what others believe in.
Yeah, we become kind of slaves to our beliefs, which is crazy, right?
Not necessarily. Like, I'm learning that what's right for me may not be right for you. You know what I'm saying? But what I believe in and what I believe to be right for me, I'm going to stand on it. And so that means if I have to stand alone, I'm okay with it. Because that's my belief. That's how I feel, or that's something that I choose to stand up for.
It seems like belief is the thing.
Not necessarily but for what I know to be right. Like, if it's something like, say you and I, right? And we have a disagreement about something. And say to me, okay, I'll give you an example. You remember they had that dress that was going around? Some people said it was blue.
Blue with, yeah.
Some people said it was gold.
Like, yeah.
Right? Okay. When you looked at it, it might have been blue. When I looked at it, it might have been gold. I can't say that you're right. You can't say that I'm right. I'm just going to stand on what I saw, because through my vision, it shows gold. Through your vision, it shows blue. It does not mean that what you saw or what you believe is wrong. It's just saying that I chose what I see. I believe it because that's what I see.
But all that makes me think about is that our ability to believe is what has us enslaved.
You think?
Yeah. Why do we need to believe?
I feel like we should believe. I think people need to have some type of hope. Some people need to believe in something.
Yeah, but the freedom of belief, because I have the option to disagree, is not a good thing. If
But
we were all under one belief, we would move.
well,
So is belief good?
I think belief is good.
Why?
I believe in some aspects belief is good. Listen, how do you obtain the knowledge that you get?
I mean, some people just observe.
Which way? I mean, which way? How do you obtain?
Me?
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, I just do.
Do you read books?
Rarely.
Okay, so you just watch people.
I watch things. I watch people.
You watch documentaries?
Rarely.
Okay. So, how do you come into your way of thinking?
I mean, naturally, you would think that, reading books and all that type of stuff. I mean, of course, that does help. And when I was younger, yeah, I read a lot of books. Studied a lot of information. That's like one of the things you do.
Did
in
you
the
retain
nation. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Do you apply some of those things to your everyday life?
I do. But now, because I don't do so much reading, like, I think one of my gifts is the ability to understand.
Okay.
And that's just, I can observe a situation and understand the situation and draw knowledge from that.
Okay.
I don't have to read a book to gain understanding from that.
But then, do you believe what the conclusion that you drew from that situation to be true?
If it adds up,
So then you believed in something.
I believe in what I saw and the mathematics behind it,
Bingo.
because it add up only.
But you believe.
But listen,
You came
if
to
it
your
didn't add
own
up and I didn't
understanding.
believe, it wouldn't have made a difference.
True. But what I'm saying is that you still believe in whatever you saw or whatever you observed.
Yeah, but that ain't. I mean,
That's whatever your conclusion is. And it might be different from somebody else. Who's to say that it's wrong, though?
yeah. But because I can do that, that don't make it a good thing.
Okay.
Maybe we need to be controlled.
I don't see that. I don't say necessarily control, but I feel like people need a little bit of structure.
A lot of structure. A whole lot of structure. A whole lot of structure.
A whole lot.
Yes, I think us in America, we need a lot of structure. For real.
I don't know necessarily structure. Well, yeah, structure, but discipline for sure. We don't have no type of discipline.
That's because we don't have no type of leadership. But I think we need a lot. Like, just imagine, like 1980. Look at life. Why are we in 2024 and life is worse?
I don't know.
That don't even make sense. We're supposed to be evolving.
We're evolving, but we're evolving in the wrong ways.
Which ways do you think we're evolving?
I mean, we're evolving in technology for sure, the science aspect of it, but in the process, we're losing a lot of morals and values.
So is there evolution?
I feel like we should be evolving in all of it. But I do feel like it is. I feel like I am seeing more people believe in something opposed to not believing in anything. Well, at least talking about it.
And see, that's the thing. I don't see that as a good or bad. Like, I don't What does
I feel
belief?
like that's evolving. I mean, because people used to wouldn't do that.
I think the lack of belief is the evolution.
No,
Yeah,
explain that.
I think that people throwing out the factor of belief is us actually evolving. I don't think that when we did believe, I don't think it helped us.
Okay, so explain it some more.
I mean, I think that we're in the situation we are in now because we had the ability to believe. I think that if that was not even a factor, we would be further ahead in life, in the world, in existence.
Because people would just do what they want to do.
No, because people would have order to do what they have to do, what's necessary. Because we have free will, we won't do what's necessary because we have the option to believe what we want to believe.
Oh, I ain't never look at it like that. I don't know.
I mean, you got to study other nations. You don't
I
have
do.
to agree with the
I
nation.
do. I do like the way other nations are ran. Some of them,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. I mean,
I like the structure and the economic side of it for sure.
yeah. And the advancements that their people make.
Mhm.
Like,
And like the death rates, the violence, all that stuff is not as big in other countries as it is here.
right. That's what I'm saying. And we're supposed to be the free country.
But you know, everything that's free ain't good for you.
That's my whole point. But,
Oh, so do you think you ever move abroad?
I would love to.
Me too.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think it'd be more simpler, more softer.
I want to go. I just want to go to a nice country that, the air and the water and the quality of, like, I can go get real fruit, real veggies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I don't have to worry about my government is allowing pharmaceutical companies and big, like, these corporations to poison. Like, some of our foods are not even allowed in these other countries.
I think that's my
I
problem.
don't even think that
You know how
shit
some
matters.
people tell you that just go with the flow and don't ask questions, but I got to know why. I need to know the why.
I used to want to know the why. Now I don't even think the why matters. That's why I am.
But that's where you come. That's how you understand.
No, I don't think that matters. I don't think anything matters.
Why?
Because why? Why does it? Why would it? Why does it
What
need
matters
to?
to you?
Procreation. That's it.
So, which means you want to have as many children as you can.
No, they don't have to be many. Only thing that matters in life right now is the simplest form of anything, and that is to exist.
How many kids you want?
I want a lot of kids.
Like how many?
I don't know. As long as I can take care of them, I will keep having them. If we didn't have to live in a fucking country that don't give a shit about its citizens, we would all be able to have as many kids as we wanted.
So you just want to have?
No, that's not what I just want to do. Right now I just don't think that. Right now I just believe that all the shit we do, go through, is for fucking nothing.
You think our existence here is for nothing?
I don't think it's for nothing. I think it's for existence.
Well,
That's
why
it.
do you think we're here?
To exist.
To do what?
Keep existing.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we just here just to sit here like we sit on this couch.
No, we're doing what we do while we're existing, but the overall goal is to keep doing that in the next life, which is the seed that you produce. Nothing in history, nothing anywhere says anything other than that. We are part of the animal kingdom. This is just our cycle. We supposed to be what we claim to be, the intelligent race. So we force each other to pay fucking bills instead of living like the animals. So we think we're better. No, we're the same. Our only goal is to reproduce.
So you
We
saying,
got this love
so are
stuff.
you calling us animals?
We are animals. We are worse than animals. Animals exist in harmony.
Jasper,
What?
that's not nice.
It don't have to be nice.
Just real, huh?
This is just what it is.
We are not animals.
We're lower than animals.
What?
If you pour soda in a dog bowl, he not gonna drink the soda. We drink soda.
The dog gonna drink the soda.
The
too.
dog is not drinking no dang on soda.
Shit. Lies you tell.
The dog
gonna
gonna die
drink-
of thirst before he drink the soda.
He gonna drink that soda.
If you feeding your dog soda, it's because you forced that dog to drink that. The regular dog is not gonna drink nothing other than water unless it's some milk or something. But no, like we willingly, purposely purchase and consume poison, knowing it says it right here on the packet, and we still buy it.
But you had an option to not buy it.
Right. But who created it?
But you have the option to not buy it.
Right.
Again,
And there
you
go
have
that,
choice.
There goes that, like, right, your belief. I believe I can choose.
No, I
But
believe I could choose.
you believe,
did choose.
you're believing to choose to destroy yourself. Animals do not do that. Animals do not destroy themselves. Show me one. I mean,
They eat
I'm
what they
pretty sure
can.
somebody can find one.
Listen,
but-
they eat what they can, and anything that eats a dead carcass off the side of the road, and you gonna tell
We
me
ain't talking
that
about
they're
buzzards.
better than
We're not talking
us?
about buzzards.
You said we're animals.
Well, at least they doing what they supposed to do. They eat the garbage. We throw garbage out.
but you comparing us to any
They're
animal.
doing
You
what they
comparing us
supposed to do.
animals.
They're doing what they were created to do. We're not. What we do,
But what are we created to do?
well, we do what we created to do
Okay,
in the
no-
simplest form of what I said, which is reproduce. We're still doing that so we can exist, but being the intelligent rate, the intelligent species, we're not.
I feel like we're evolving when it comes down to that.
I don't know what you watching.
Okay.
Do you think? Okay, I mean, don't take offense to this, y'all. If we record, we record.
We definitely recorded.
So you think I have disclaimer? I have no issue with LGBT.
No, we do not. We totally support the LGBTQ community.
I love y'all.
I love y'all too.
But do you honestly believe that being able to choose your gender is evolution?
I don't know. I do feel like some people, not all, are born in the wrong body.
You have the choice to choose to believe that.
Wait, but let me ask you this. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do you believe in this life and the next life? Or coming back into a new life?
Do you want to understand my?
I'm just asking a question for right now.
I
Do you
can't
believe in
say
it?
yes to what you just said, but reincarnation, yes.
Okay. So I do feel like that some people, I could be wrong. This is just my thought process. You know, I could be a blonde at times. So I am just saying, y'all don't hold it against
where
me.
you're going to.
But I do feel like that people come back in a
As
different life.
previous
Yes. And
life?
in a previous, they could have been a man. But when they came, but the body, they might have came into a woman.
Now, want me to tell you where I'm
So
on the,
I do feel like I think in some cases, I'm not saying it's for all LGBT. I'm not saying that y'all come from another life. I'm saying that. I am just saying, like, I grew up, for instance, I grew up with a guy, and he's she's transgender now. But growing up, even
Surgery?
we were in, well, no,
Okay.
but you know, boobs and stuff. But we were in elementary school all the way up to adulthood. This Well, she's a woman now, but boy, a male then always liked it boys.
Okay, I got a question
Like
though.
thought he was a girl. Like he had beautiful curly hair, and like he would wave his hair up like
I got a
ours.
question.
Like, but we was little kids, and he was never molested.
Okay, but I have a question.
Go ahead.
If he had never known what a female was, would he have chosen to act like one?
I don't know, but what I do know is he had uncles and aunts, and they
Oh
all were in
no,
the
I just
same
want a
house.
yes or no.
What do you mean?
If he were born in on a secluded island, he never got to see what a female. All the females and the males acted the same. Would he have chosen to act flamboyant like a female?
I think he would have.
Where we
I
got the example from?
I don't know because listen, he had a sister and a mom, but he had a dad and an uncle. Like he was raised by a lot of men, and he was just. I mean, this is from elementary school. As a little girl, he was just twitching into it. Like he just loved hair bows. He
because you
wanted all
believe
these
that
things.
one of the women from his previous lives.
I
just
think that
acted as him.
he was a woman in his previous life, and he came back as a man.
See, I understand how you came to that conclusion, and the way I believe in reincarnation, I don't believe it that way.
Okay,
I believe
so
that
tell me what you believe.
my belief process. I think that our world and our atmosphere and our Earth. I don't think that there's nothing new. Like
I definitely don't believe
no
it's
water, no dirt, no. We create materials, but it never leaves our atmosphere unless we send it out of space or it hit our Earth from outer space. But all our molecules, I don't think that they're new. I think that our genes, everything is reused. So yes, the same genetic coding is passed down, but it's not gender. It's not gendered. That's what I believe. I believe that
So
when
you
we're
believe
born.
the spirit.
No, I believe in actual matter, like the genes.
So you don't think the spirit is matter?
I mean, a form, but I don't think it's in the sense that you talking about.
So what about you?
What?
What do you think? You think you just matter? You don't think you have a spirit?
I mean, I don't think it is that. And yeah, let me clear up something
Clear it up.
because I don't want my people thinking that I'm anti-God or like no higher power type.
Please
thing.
explain that.
Okay.
Because I did get some people ask me in my inbox, were you atheist? And the first thing they just like, why are you sitting on the couch? Girl, he don't believe in God. How you hollering that you believe in God and he hollering he believe in matter? So yeah, let's break that down.
Okay. I mean, I believe in a higher power. I just don't see that higher power like most people see the higher power.
Okay.
How I see that power is, I would compare it to the ocean. You have a larger, higher power of water. The ocean is the source for all of the lakes, rivers, ponds, and all that type of stuff. So those are the little powers. Now that ocean can disperse its energy, which is the water, wherever. You know what I'm saying? So yes, these little puddles of water didn't exist without that large puddle of water, but I don't think that puddle of water is a singular being that controls everything. Get what I'm saying?
But it does provide for all of these little bodies of water.
Right. It is
Okay.
the higher power. Like it is the
Absolutely.
higher, like 240 volts is a higher voltage than 24 volts. But it all come from the same source. You know what I'm saying?
So what source is that?
What, the voltage?
No. What
Us?
source is us? What source is the higher power?
I mean, I don't think that, like I said, it is whatever source it is that gives us life, that creates the organisms that exist. I don't think that it is a supernatural thing.
So what is it then?
I think it is the organisms. I think is matter.
What created us?
I think we were created from matter.
What? The dirt?
Everything. We have all the elements inside of us.
So the wind just blew and we just appeared.
No.
Okay.
No, like
So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know.
Like I want you to.
This is my belief. Firstly,
You believe?
yes, this is my choice to believe this right here. I choose to believe this. I don't even care if it's true or not because it don't even matter. But this is my only rationalization
Okay.
after everything because
I mean, something had to create us.
yes, something, but that don't mean that it's someone.
A higher power had to create
Right,
us.
but that's like I said, that light is a higher power than your flashlight. That don't mean that that is a supernatural light.
Well, something supernatural had to create us
Why?
because we didn't just appear.
That's because you saying that because you think that life is supernatural.
Well, I don't know. You just told us we was animals.
No, we're lower than animals, but we all a part of that same wattage. Like, why do animals need a god?
I don't know. I don't listen. I'm not an animal. I can't tell you, but I'm sure that
Do you think they care?
yeah.
You think animals care?
Do you think animals have brains?
Brains?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know they have brains.
Okay, well then. So if they can think, then so can we.
I don't think they could think about a god.
You don't know.
I don't think it. This
You
is
ain't-
my thoughts.
I think they could. I think they. I think they have. Listen, they have the instinct to know when they're in danger, to know when they're not. Like they have all
Instinct
these
is
things. Like instinct, but I'm saying, but they have the knowledge to know. So I feel like that. Yeah, absolutely.
They have the knowledge to exist. Self-preservation. That's the first law of the universe. Existence. That's why they protect their seed because they know I am giving birth to myself. So I have to protect myself so that I can keep living through myself. We don't. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on that we left off on the last one about why humanity is the way it is.
Okay.
Like the downfall of humanity. When I think it took its turn. I don't know when. This is not factual. But I think that the moment we started looking at our children as children and not replications of ourselves is when the downfall of humanity started. Because we would take better care of ourselves.
I can't necessarily say that. I feel like environment plays a part. I feel like the world plays a part. Social media, television, all these things play a part in our children's development besides just us.
Yeah, but the main thing is based on that premise, we will only be in this situation because we deviated years ago
From what though?
from understanding that we give birth to ourselves. Our children are
I think a
duplicate.
version of ourselves, absolutely.
They are the exact chromosomes, genes combined to replicate us. That's what it is. It's not a version.
But you're creating a newer version.
You're just a version in this era of time. So of course you're not going to think back when your ancestors was in the 1600s. This is the era that your existence have to exist in right now. Every generation is you in a different era.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, that's why we look at them as children. The word children to me creates a divide.
Why?
Because now we see them as not ourselves, but some as assets, some as liabilities, some as distractions. Like we have children and then just leave them for the men. That's because we look at them as children. We don't look at them as I'm leaving myself behind. If we thought more of ourselves, we would think more of our reproduction. But because we created the children thing, I don't even know if it really happened, but that's just, I know we call them children. I know that they teach us that the pharaohs had to have a firstborn son so that he could prepare that son to replace him for a reason.
But all of them didn't think the same.
No, but they thought that. That's why in the Bible, why was the firstborn son so precious?
Yeah, because he was the Lamb of God.
One of the plagues come through. What you have to do? Put the Lamb of God on your door because your firstborn son was going to get killed. That's you being killed. They didn't say secondborn. Even though your secondborn is you too, but the first is that junior that is going to replace you. All of them going to replace you, but your first, everybody love their firstborn son. I was like, come on now, I'm preparing my whole life. I got to start all over again. But once you take that aspect out, you know, we think we can make more children.
That's a lot. That's deep.
And then the only price for a kid is child support. Come on now, this is you. Like,
there is no price for taking care for
I'm
no
just saying,
child.
as when a deadbeat whatever gets like my only penalty for leaving my child behind is child support. Because that's the only way they think about the child. They don't think about the penalty of me abandoning myself. And that's the problem.
So then let's go back to this topic because you know we had this topic last week about why you say women are retarded. And
but you didn't say what I said before.
I know that's what. Hold on. I'm getting ready to get to that. Just let me get to it.
Okay.
You said women are retarded, but the reason why they are retarded because
I said semi though.
Semi
retarded.
No, you said big retarded.
I didn't say big retarded. I said semi.
You said retarded like in a big way.
I'm saying, but it was a reason.
Because and I'm getting to the reason.
But
because,
I big up y'all
women,
first.
What you said, you did. And let me just clear this part up. You're not bashing women because you love women. I love that women. Much I do know. I am 1,000% on your side when it comes down to you and women. I know you love women, so that's not an issue. But your thought process towards them sometimes is a little cloudy, a little iffy.
Okay, you're gonna have to prove it
because we're just having this conversation, and you was just bashing and saying women were retarded because if they got pregnant by a man, and
no, that ain't the reason why.
Yes, it was.
The reason I said women are retarded after I said women are the greatest.
You did say
to the entire universe.
You did, but you said, but they are retarded because when they get pregnant by a man, that ain't and they don't want to have an abortion, even though the man does not want it. But
one of the reasons I said it. I said y'all are retarded because y'all let a lower species, which is man, like play y'all. Like how?
No,
that's why I said
you did say that. But
I gave examples.
But the whole gist of it was the abortion thing.
No.
That why would a woman go if a man didn't want a baby?
I didn't say that was retarded. I just wanted to know. That was my one question I asked you. Why do women still have children after a man says he doesn't want the child?
Because it goes back to what you just said.
What?
That baby is a part of them. And they are supposed to be... Listen.
Yeah, that makes sense. Said. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so why would a woman be retarded if we're here to procreate?
We are here.
Okay, and we're here to create versions of ourselves,
right?
So that we can continue to live on. Why are men so mad about that? Because it's their responsibility too.
It's their responsibility if they accept it.
But let's get back to that
I'm
choice.
Saying before the child even gets here, if the man is You 2 weeks pregnant, and the man said, "Do not have this baby. I do not want a baby with you." Even though the baby is in your stomach, you have the choice.
But he did. He helped get it in it.
Yeah, he helped.
In
But
the
after you
stomach.
see he's not even worth you recreating his life, why would you continue to do it?
Why would you destroy it though?
Because it's a dude that don't even want to claim it. He don't even want to be reincarnated. Why are you reincarnating him?
But what if he didn't know that he was being reincarnated?
But
Listen, what if he doesn't know what we're just talking about now? Say you may be enlightening some of these men, but what you don't know, you don't know. You know better and you do better. So what I'm saying is you can't hold that against him because he don't know, but he does know the difference between right and wrong.
But he know it's a child.
He does know that he know what to do to make a child.
Right.
So then you know that there's a consequence that if a baby comes about,
Right.
you should be responsible for it.
Okay, and what I'm saying is this. Put it like this. This not to belittle, pregnancy and all that. Okay. Let's say me and you wanted to go buy a house, right? Both we combine the income and we purchase a house that only we can afford together, right? As soon as the paperwork come, I back out. You continue to sign the mortgage agreement knowing that you can't even afford it on your own salary.
Well then, if I choose to do that, then it's my responsibility to make sure that I get that mortgage paid.
Right. Are you going to complain about the guy that backed out? When
No.
he backed out in time for you not to sign it?
No.
Okay.
And that's okay.
But are you going to struggle trying to keep that up knowing
That's okay. I mean, if it weighs on my heart, if it's heavy on my heart, and I feel like it's the right thing for me to do is to keep it, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, a house or something like that, that's materialistic. I can
Right.
always go back and say, I'm sorry, you backed out, and then can I go find something that I can afford?
That's what I'm saying. You can eat. A woman can have a child with a man that wants to be there.
But guess what?
What?
Because y'all tricky. Y'all act like y'all want to be there until the baby
That's
comes.
what I'm saying. How y'all get tricked by these low level
Because-
beings?
No, you can be a high level being. Are you with your wife that you got kids with?
No.
Okay.
But I take care of my kids.
Okay. But you take care of your kids.
Right.
Oh, and that's a different story. But you ain't with that woman. But when you originally had these kids with that woman, that's the mother of your child. You wanted to have, even though it didn't work out with y'all too, you still wanted to have kids with this woman, or it happened regardless.
Oh no, I have children out of marriages, so
Exactly.
I wanted my children.
Thank you. Okay.
But if I were to get
But
a girl
then now
pregnant,
when it worked out, but the marriage didn't work out. The children are still there.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that the children wasn't made out of love. So who's to say that these kids that now the man doesn't want,
No.
was it made out of
We're
love
talking
at that
about
particular time?
the man that don't want the children.
But sometimes they only don't want it because that's just like a man cheating because he got caught. You get what I'm saying? Like he don't want the other woman because he got caught now. He want to go back home to his wife or a girlfriend, whatever.
So you're saying-
so what I'm saying is like, if you and I was in a relationship and say we head over heels
Right.
with each other, and everything is la 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 la, and then I get pregnant, and you look at me and say I don't want that baby. How am I supposed to know
That's
that
different.
you didn't want that baby?
That's different. And and those type of situations, I can exclude from the conversation.
Okay.
I'm just talking about like a dude. Most of these baby mamas don't even know their baby daddy,
Well, yeah.
and you got a street name. That's the only thing you know. Like, why are you having this man's child? Like, seriously, that's what I don't understand.
Okay. Now that part I can get. I feel like in that instance, then a woman should protect herself and a man should protect himself too.
Yeah, my main thing is like, we don't look at life as seriously as we should. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I agree.
Because as I was explaining, if you looked at it like as a woman, Your womb is precious,
That's true.
very precious. You know what I'm saying? So allowing a man to impregnate you with himself and you don't even know anything about him, that's like, I can't control y'all. What y'all do with y'all body, y'all body. I'm
Right.
just saying, like, that's the basis of, like, I think highly of women. That's why I don't understand, like,
The thought
why
process.
would you have a child by a man that's not even worthy of being recreated?
I don't think they realized that at the time. You gotta think about the different factors that are in with this.
Like I said, the ones
I
that
talk to a lot of
love,
women and a lot of men, and listen, sometimes it could have just been they was hump buddies
yeah, but then
and the
don't,
condom broke.
right, I'm not about to have, like, don't have the child if that's all it was.
But you gotta real. But what if this
I'm
girl
not, man,
is
let me stop
is
saying it,
is
'cause I don't
38,
wanna, right, I don't want to tell
38
nobody what to do.
with no kids?
If you want to have a baby, have a baby, first and foremost.
Jasper.
You want a child, have the child. It's on you. Like I said, you have the choice to choose your belief, whatever it is. I'm just saying.
I just feel like different circumstances. Like I recall working with a lady and she got pregnant. Her and this guy was together like day in, day out, and she was older and her children were grown and
She wanted a baby.
no.
She did.
Her and the guy, she thought her and this guy like they was in a serious relationship. Like she was at his house, he was at her house. Like she never thought nothing was wrong. And as soon as she got pregnant, he was gone. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That she
like
got pregnant.
when she found out, like they were together every week. You know what I'm saying? Like
Did she
all
have the
time.
baby?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
but
That's,
she said that was her baby. Like that's her miracle baby. Like she only
What?
had one child. I think she felt
I mean-
like God gave her that baby, and you
don't know.
who's to
See,
say
I
that
don't
he
believe in
didn't?
that,
Because she felt like the baby was made out of love, and I can understand
you
it.
really? Do you believe that?
Yeah, she was.
You
She
think
was so,
that man loved her?
Listen, this girl was devastated through her whole pregnancy, and I can understand why, because she never seen it coming. Like she never seen the breakup or the fallout. She never seen it.
Right.
All she knew is that she thought he was gonna be happy to find out they had talked about kids.
That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all be getting tricked easily.
Don't say y'all.
Well,
Oh,
boy.
oh, we got it. That's it.
Like, women be getting tricked so easily, and it may not be.
And I
easy.
can't say that. I just feel like sometimes I'm just gonna speak for me. You know, like dating in your 40s or your late 30s and 40s and being single is a little bit difficult. And then, like nowadays, men don't have to work for anything anymore.
Oh, at all. That's my point.
And so, they can throw their little charm or whatever and it works and the women fall for it.
Time after time after time. Like, if there were not
But let me ask you
1,000
this.
examples,
I get that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why. That's the only reason the word retarded is in the equation, because you see this happen over and over and over.
Okay, so but what happens when we unretarded ourselves?
When did that happen?
What if when women start to unretard ourselves and say, listen, I want the man to be a man. Like when they start setting their boundaries and becoming women and
Right.
making men step up to the plate, the men bash them. They talk
No.
junk about them.
And them the ones you don't choose. You get the ones that
Right.
step up to the plate.
Exactly.
But y'all want the ones that's bashing you.
No. But the ones that's gonna bash us is because we wouldn't fall for it. Like when women could become
not a
when
problem.
they know who they're worth or
That's a
when they know
non-issue.
their worth, then men have an issue with it. And I noticed that's when a lot of men bash a lot of women.
And that's when a lot of women should choose the men that's not bashing them.
Exactly.
That's,
I agree.
Like, women choosing to do that is basically drawing the line
Yeah.
for the men that they should choose. So why would that be an issue? Like, you're basically showing yourself, oh, you moved the curtain out the way. Those are the guys that want us, not these that are bashing us.
Right.
You You know, y'all like the bad guys. Y'all do like the bad guys.
I can't lie, but I'm gonna speak for me.
Go ahead. Well, yeah.
I know, I know a bad guy when I see one. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Do you?
I definitely do, and I know that if I choose
Is this
or
because of your
decide,
spiritual energy?
yes, definitely.
Okay.
But sometimes, just because you just know that's a bad guy, you get what I'm saying?
I don't get
And
it. I get what you're
sometimes,
saying.
like, kind of like y'all. You know how y'all men like to live on the wild side every once in a while. We like to live on the wild side, but the problem is with us women, is we get caught out there on the wild side.
Exactly.
See, they don't know how to come back. I know how to come back. Like, I know how to go to the wild side for a day. You get what I'm saying? And come back at home. Some women like to go and live over in the wild.
Exactly.
And then they get mad
with the wolves
when they done taught you how to be a wolf.
That's my point.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like dudes, we the wolves.
Like, but then I get bashed because when I say that, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm only gonna hop over the fence, but I'm coming back on my side of the fence.
Yeah, but see,
Am I
but
wrong
that's
for feeling
still
like that?
But see, the problem is,
and it's not that I'm better than anybody, so I want to clear that part up. But I'm just saying, like, I know a bad guy. A bad guy just think that I don't know a bad guy.
All y'all
and
know
I was like, no, I know what you are.
Y'all know bad
guys. And I'm
guys.
okay with you being who you are, but you got to know who I am. So don't be mad at me when I go back to my little bubble.
No, but see, the problem is, that's just you.
Yes.
And a lot of women do know how to go to the bad side, and they do know how to spot a bad guy.
Right.
They just get trapped. And then they keep getting trapped. And that's why, you know, some type of LD is involved. You know what I'm saying? It may not be a lot. I mean, each person is different, you know, but I'm just saying having like 3 babies by a deadbeat don't make a lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, they could have been young and they might didn't know he was gonna turn out to be a deadbeat. Things happen, life happens.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I give people the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
In different circumstances. But I do feel like men nowadays just do not step up to the plate for anything.
Yeah, we lame.
Yeah. Lame. But now, I know a lot of women that don't either.
Not
too.
all of us, though. Like, but y'all choose a lot of lame dudes. When it be good dudes right there.
I have chosen a lame dude before. I've made some bad decisions. For sure. But I also feel like y'all don't always choose right either.
We don't, but this is the difference.
And the good guys don't usually like us.
Oh, get out of here. Good guys like everybody. They get what they can get.
That's not true.
What?
The good guys they don't want they want the Lori Harveys.
No, the good guys do not.
They do.
No.
Listen, I have talked to the good guys. I have worked with the good guys.
First of all, what do you consider a good guy?
They want a Kardashian.
What do you consider a good guy?
I figure like a guy that's just overall naturally good. Like one that's a good provider, that, you know, they don't really cheat. Like, I mean,
how is his head?
I mean, pretty good. Like, it's on straight. They have their own everything.
A Lori Harvey. That ain't what we look for.
I promise you, I have seen it over and over again.
No, a good guy's not marrying that.
Oh, okay. We'll go work in corporate.
I do.
Well, then you know. They definitely
just
want
because,
them.
But you might be thinking they good guys. A good guy want a good wife. Trust me. A good wife. I'm not speaking for all men. Some do want some.
Yeah, they want some good cat.
304s, you know what I'm saying? But they want that on the side. They're not marrying that. Well, Kanye did do that. I don't know, but Kanye might not be a good guy.
Don't talk about Kanye.
I'm not about to marry somebody that got like
But you got perception though.
Yes.
Men and women perceive good guys as two different things.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
There
you
you
know,
go.
the women's perception of a good guy ain't what a man would consider being a good man.
Right.
Like a woman's perception of a good man is, oh, he got a good job, or he don't cheat, he don't do this. A good man.
No, I want him to overall be my every. Like I want, I for instance, a good man for me is just good all the way around. You get what I'm saying?
But
like,
that's different for you than it is for us. Like we see that, we hear that, but what we're thinking is not what you think.
okay. So what do you look for when you look for a good?
No. Let's first of all.
Wait. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so I look for like not just like I want my spouse to be like my best friend, where he's my confidant, I'm his confidant. Like I want us to spiritually be equally or kind of like on the same page to where we understand each other. I want us to be, I guess as they call it, like equally yoked. Like I want us, I mean, we could be alike, but we could be different. But I want us to work together.
What makes
like
him
I
good
want us
though?
to.
What makes him good?
Good is how he treats me. Like I can't speak. Like he could be an asshole to you. Well, I wouldn't want him to be an asshole to you.
You can have standards so high that
No, like I want him to be like nobody has to tell you when you go to anybody's house or wherever you pay bills at. Let's just say that. Nobody has to tell you to take the trash out. Nobody has to tell you to wash the cars, fill the tanks up, that kind of thing. Nobody has to tell you to come help me do the laundry because we might be swamped or
hold up.
See?
Hold up now. See, now Vadu said nobody got to tell you to wash clothes. Nobody got to tell you to cook. Nobody got to tell you they ain't going to take care of the kids. That would be a problem.
Why? Because that's something that we as women would naturally do. Like, I'm going to cook. I'm going to clean. I'm going to do everything you want me to do in the bedroom.
You just said a whole song where you just said the opposite of the song. I don't cook, I don't clean, but
no, that's not what I said.
Women think though, right? But
what
you're saying the opposite of what women think.
I am saying the opposite.
Yes.
What do you mean? I said we shouldn't have to ask because you wouldn't have to ask us to do it.
I'm telling you, you're speaking from a mindset that is not of the normalcy of the world of today.
Well, you asked me to describe my good man.
Right,
I'm
but
telling
I'm telling you
that because I feel like it's my natural duty as a woman to do all these things, and it should come naturally in any relationship with a man.
Well,
and vice versa. Like a man, it should not stress him to do these things. These things should come natural, and to me, that's a good man.
That's dangerous though, and that thinking can ruin a relationship before it even starts. Because everybody not raised the same. So he might not be accustomed to taking out trash. He might not never had to do that.
We gotta pick him.
Right, but that don't mean he not a good man. If he don't do the things that only you know about.
Not even necessarily do. But I'm just saying those are things that are just naturally come. Like I was commenting on a post and a guy was saying that what is it that a man should do that you shouldn't have to ask? And I was like be a provider, protector, pay bills, and this, da. And one guy said that should be that's naturally. That like you shouldn't even have to say those things.
Right. That's something that a real man would say.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's up for interpretation.
So
too.
who's to say that I wouldn't want a real man? Because those are the things that I require.
Right, but that's not what majority. That's not how majority of the dudes this day and age think. Oh. That's why it's rare to find a good man, and it's rare to find a real good woman. Because if everybody thought the exact same way, the same universal good man, good woman, then you would be easy to find a mate. But like you say, you want a dude that you don't have to tell to take out the trash, to wash the car. A lot of dudes don't ever do that. So if when they get with you, that might not be a natural thing to do. You can't assume it. That's what I'm saying. But just because he don't do that, that don't make him not a good guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that you might have to sacrifice that and have him take the car to the car wash. You know what I'm saying? Or
Oh, absolutely. Or pay
it's just some
somebody to cut
compromise
the grass.
right?
You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's fine too. But as long as it gets done. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
certain things that you shouldn't have to tell a man, it should naturally come to him that needs to get done. Those are things that I feel like I shouldn't have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because it's certain stuff that was instilled in me that I know I should do. Well, and that I don't even have a problem. It's not that I should do it. It's just stuff that I don't have a problem doing because, I'm more old school. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
And I'm more old school. Like
Right.
I'm very traditional despite
No, you sound
my
traditional.
modern accommodations. But
Well, that's
I
okay.
am definitely old school.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
that's-
like, and people think just because like even when we talk about last week, like hump buddies and being single and doing what we want or whatever. But believe it or not, like when I actually go out or when I date, like men that I've had long relationships with, like they have to date, like they have to date me, they have to court me. Yeah.
the whole courtship process.
Yeah, like we have to court. Like we have to do things. Like we just have to court. Like I
For how
like
long?
taking long walks in the park or what. I don't know. It's just until I feel comfortable enough that I want to. You know what I'm saying? That I want to sleep with you or whatever.
So
but
do you require them to have to spend a certain amount of money,
no,
like a certain amount of dates?
we no. We
Okay.
can have a picnic in the park.
Okay.
We can,
Is
we
it a
can
certain
go-
amount of visits before, like
No.
like
No, I just feel like that, but you definitely gonna have to court. Like we just not gonna just you come here today and I'm gonna hump you tomorrow, unless that's just something that I just
you
decided.
decide? Right.
And I have that option.
Right. Hey, it's your body.
There you go.
It's important to it's important. I mean,
I feel like it is important. I feel like people have gotten away from talking to each other. They've gotten away from dating each other. And those are the traditional things. I mean, think about like even years ago, they wouldn't even have sex until after they got married.
Exactly.
They had to get to know each other and court each other first. And that's how they were able to have options.
And that goes back to what? Belief and choice.
Right.
They didn't have a choice back in the day.
But if that woman was their interest, but they still courted her and they got to know her.
Yeah, I mean that's smart.
I feel like
We
that
don't
too.
investigate.
We don't do that anymore.
Like we scared to ask questions. Like,
You know what? Men only want to talk to you. They'll run you down, talk to you, chase you until they get it. I've even had men to tell me that they was like, I don't care, I do all of that until I get it. And once I get it, I'm done. I just wanted to have a notch under my belt.
yeah.
And he was like, so it didn't matter what kind of money, because money is just money. It's the
But that's
fact that
why-
I got it.
That's why I say it's best to just go ahead and do it instead of accumulating emotions and then having to flush out those emotions after. You know what I'm saying? If you just
When you knew that was your intention in the beginning.
right, but I'm saying for the
But
girl,
why can't a man just say, I just want to sleep with you. I don't want to get
because
to know
y'all
you.
won't do it.
That's not necessarily true if you're attracted to a woman.
Trust me, they.
I
lie
mean, if
for
the
a
woman
reason.
is attracted to the man.
They lie for a reason.
Who?
Men.
Well, why?
Well, a
I
lot
don't
of
feel like a man should lie to me. I mean, you tell me. Because I'm going to tell you off the bat, like, whether I'm going to hump you or not anyway. Like,
off the bat.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Since we're talking about it.
Off the bat.
Yeah. For instance, this one guy that like we just had this natural chemistry. Why are you looking like that? We had this natural chemistry and we were just like extra flirty and just like we knew. And he was like, and he stepped to me one day, and that day was just not the day because I had other shit going on. But he was like, I want you. And I was like, I want you too. But not today. You get what I'm saying? So when
That
the
ain't off the
opportunity,
bat, though.
but when the opportunity presented itself again, because I had some other things going on, but when it presented itself again, it was like,
Bam. Okay.
you get what I'm saying?
But it ain't y'all.
But
women
I
ain't
knew
going
what he
around
wanted, and he knew what I wanted, and we
jump.
was yes,
from
and
one date.
yes, like it was from one date. Like he knew, I knew, we both knew
Just
we was
right
gonna
there,
get,
we about to do this.
yeah, like okay, well,
As soon as we
where
get
you going?
free, like let
Yeah,
me
like,
know,
when
like
we get,
yeah,
if-
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what dudes want,
Where
though.
the check?
That's what skip this date and stuff.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
feel
how
you.
quick can I pay this bill? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But see, dudes don't want to date.
and let me just tell you, and I've had a relationship that lasts for a very long time when
Off
I
of
have
that.
done all of
That's
it,
what I'm saying.
and it was cool. But just like y'all, in the back of y'all mind, in the back of my mind, I couldn't get past that fact that like, damn. And me and this guy probably would be together today. But I'm just saying, I couldn't get past that fact. Like, but damn, the same way he was looking at me like, damn, I humped her,
Oh,
and then I
God.
humped him. You get like,
Man, y'all grown. You know what you want, man.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
but
just
that's what I'm
do
saying.
it.
Like, it didn't bother me because I was okay with it because I knew that's what I wanted. Like, and I didn't care if he was a bad guy, a good guy, whatever. We had the chemistry. We got it on. We had a good time.
I encourage doing it on the first date.
I don't encourage doing it on the first date with everybody.
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to. Trust me. Like, I'm just saying, if you want
Yes.
to, I encourage doing it because I feel like why wait to get to know somebody that may not even stick around?
But why get? Do you believe in soul ties?
Come on, man. You know all that type of stuff. Like,
See, you don't believe in that, right?
no.
Okay, so you just think you could just hump these people with no emotions at all?
Yeah.
I mean, but for real though, like
Yeah.
women should understand that you will never truly get to know the man until after he do what he
Right.
what he trying to do.
He get what he
He'll lie to
want.
you for 2 months, 8 months,
A
2
year.
years. You will never know that.
You
man
was not gonna
true
find out about that man until after he got what he want. You best to.
But sometimes
it.
I'm like that too. Like you ain't gonna know nothing about. Like sometimes I just might want to just
dudes
smash
not the
and
ones
not even be
complaining.
done.
We're not complaining.
Yeah, they do.
Women are.
Y'all complain a lot. Y'all,
A dude ain't complaining
I
about getting
swear,
no
I
cheeks.
believe y'all got a vagina in between.
We're
y'all
not
knees, the way
complaining.
Y'all complain
What
now.
man is complaining about
I
getting
don't
cheeks?
know. They do
Who?
a lot.
No man is complaining about getting cheeks.
You want to see my DMs?
No.
Okay.
He probably want the cheeks more. He not complaining about getting cheeks. Like, you probably withholding cheeks. I'm saying a dude is not going to complain about, oh, she smashed me on the first night and ain't heard from me.
Yeah, they do.
No, that's a weak dude.
Yeah, they do.
Because we got what we want. Now, if it's great, we want it
I feel
again.
like this. I gave you what you wanted, so I don't have to give it to you again.
You don't have to.
Right.
Right, and a dude should not be begging. But that ain't her damn. I mean, I can't speak for all dudes, but they don't sound
But
like
you can't
that.
be mad either.
I mean,
You cannot be
it
mad.
depends, though.
How can you get mad at a woman for giving you exactly what you wanted?
I'm not gonna front right here. Like, I feel like if it's excellent, at least let me try it again.
No. Because you got it.
Unless it's garbage for you. Like, if it's garbage for you and it was
Been the
excellent
case
for me,
sometimes. And I'm sure I might have been garbage for somebody too. You get what I'm saying?
right? But if we both know it was bomb, come on now. Like, you gotta let lightning strike a bottle 2 times. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a firm believer in that one.
Hey, it's 2 times.
No,
If
I'm a
it's
firm
good,
one.
Right, we gotta see if it's a fluke.
Yeah.
No, it's a one shot deal.
Man,
Hey,
come
listen,
on.
I'm telling you.
Right.
And if it's bad, you gotta make sure that.
No.
Right, might be my soulmate. Like I'm like for real.
I'm
Like
sorry.
hey, like
That's
that
probably why I
was
didn't pass out. I
good.
might have missed out on my soulmate.
For real, man. I
Oh,
don't believe in it, but I'm like if you got like
Listen, and I'm telling you, I done had some good,
I don't want nothing like that.
some good times and some good nights, and I
and
just be like,
stop.
yeah, I won't even call him the next day. I treat him like,
well,
Yeah.
dudes ain't typically doing that. We gonna keep.
because this is the way I think, and I may be wrong for thinking it, but I feel like this. Like, if I talk to you and you say, I just want to smash, then I'm like, I'm only gonna think that you want to smash. So I'm gonna give you exactly what you wanted, and then once you get what you wanted, then we don't have nothing else to talk about.
But maybe he wanted to smash more than once.
I'm sorry, you didn't say that. You said you wanted to smash.
God. So you would stop even if it's the best you ever
Listen,
had.
I have had the best.
Oh
The
my
best
God,
that I
see?
have ever thought that I had.
Now do you see where the word kind of retarded fit into the equation?
And I can shut that emotion, like it could be so good, and we get up and part ways and say let's just say this. Say we had a whole weekend of it.
Oh my God.
You get what I'm saying? And then
See, no.
and walk away and be like,
That is wild. That
have a
is
good
wild.
time, have a nice life.
That's stupid.
I don't think
That
it's
is
stupid at all.
stupid. Like what?
I mean, because this is the truth of the matter. It's not going anywhere.
Where does
Like
it need
it
to
ain't
go?
it ain't gonna go anywhere. So I'm not gonna keep. I mean,
What does it need to go?
I don't know, but it need to be going in some type of direction.
Why?
Because if we're just a fling, if it's just a fling like that, then that's what I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it in that.
It can stay that.
I'm
though.
gonna leave it in that moment.
Oh my God.
Like I like to savor that moment and be like, okay,
Oh
that was good. That was amazing. Woo.
I can't believe that. That's like me going to the greatest restaurant ever in my life.
Yeah.
And then they give me a lifetime supply of coupons to come whenever I want. And I just be like, no, I'm good. What sense does that make?
It makes a lot of sense. It's called willpower. Like
Willpower?
you don't let it
Why am I
control
exercising
you.
willpower?
Like anything that's that damn good, like I don't need it. I don't need it all the time.
You know, it ain't all the time. You saying never.
I don't need it. That's why I tell
I mean, we could do once a year.
Listen, that's why I tell you I know I won't do drugs or anything like hard drugs because anything that's that good, I don't want
You
it.
don't want it? Oh my
No.
God. That is crazy.
But I want it like you get what I'm saying? Like I want it.
You want it, but you just.
I wanted to experience an amazing moment, and I have. So,
So what's the point of even doing it again? If
That's
you're not
it.
gonna do it with the
That's
most
right.
amazing. That is torture. Why would you torture yourself?
you think that's torture? It don't bother
You're
me at
only
all.
not doing it because it's not the greatest, but you have access to the greatest.
Yeah, I have access to the greatest,
Right. So that don't seem kind of retarded.
and I could go back to the greatest right now if I choose to because of that moment.
I'm gonna let her
And
speak
I
for
like-
women
and I
today.
liked
That
because
is
I
retarded.
liked that moment, and because of that moment, that man will always think about.
Oh my God.
And that's
This
the way
is-
I like
what are
to.
we
And that's the
trying-
way
you
I
trying
like
to
to
hold
be.
a
That's the
mental
way
trophy in
I
his
like to
head?
be remembered.
Oh my God. That is
What's wrong with it?
Until he finds an equal
Right.
great experience to erase that memory.
Exactly, and I hope he does.
but why?
I pray he do. I mean, it's been years now, but
That is so retarded. like if you're not gonna like just quit having sex altogether after this, I'm going out with a bang. Why are you not having it with the greatest person that like? Why are you not having the greatest experience?
I don't know.
Again, that don't make no sense.
because I feel like the experience is technically with who you're with. You make great experiences with whoever you're with.
So you don't think that you could recreate that experience? That's what you're saying.
Not that. I mean, I'm sure I could recreate it with that person, but I still don't think it'll be like that particular moment in time. Like that night was just,
So
it
okay.
was breathtaking. Like, damn. Damn. I had to snap myself out of it,
See,
back
that's
to
why
reality.
that's why you cut him off, because you was getting too deep.
I was just like, whoa, like this is too much. This is too good.
So you want to marry somebody
I do.
like that? Is like so ironic.
Why?
You don't want, or is
Because
it just
I want my person. I want us to create those moments.
so with your
with
your husband?
Yeah.
It's like okay,
Yeah,
but
because this was just like a jump
But
off
you don't
night. Like
think
this
you-
was an unexpected night.
you don't think a jump off can turn into something great?
I don't know, but I didn't even want to take
You
no
do know,
chance.
like-
That
like,
shit was just too good.
The reason why,
too good to be true.
oh my god, what if it was a tranny?
It was not a tranny.
Hold on, what's the word for that? Is that the right word? A woman that turned into a dude.
No,
What is the word for that?
that's a transgender.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. All right. I didn't want to use the wrong word.
No,
you know,
it's transgender.
okay.
Female to male.
Yeah. What if it was a female?
To me. But anyway.
Oh, what was he saying?
Back to so we're gonna wrap this up because enough about me because you always grilling me.
I'm just saying I was retarded, but
You think I was retarded for that?
I think that
I
is
just
retarded.
felt like that was just a moment, and I learned to and I'm learning to enjoy the moments. Some moments you can't get back.
Okay, I mean, let me clarify. I only think it's retarded if you desire to try to find something in life, and like if your goal is to just have experiences, cool. But if you really think, you're gonna find something, if you run into something magnificent and then shut it off willingly,
I mean, I'm just saying that was at that particular time. But we were talking about if you meeting somebody, you jump. You know what I'm saying? Like it, not necessarily like you meet them and y'all go to bed tonight, but like you meet somebody and you first date have.
but I think
you know what I'm
magic can happen. I
saying?
think
It does,
magic
and
can
that's what
happen.
I'm saying. Like I had met somebody.
It's about
that
long
particular
term.
time.
I
And I
think.
told you I had one of those too. Like
Yeah.
it lasted for a very, very long time. But I'm just saying, this particular instance, no, it was just too good to be true, and I had to let that go.
No, I mean, I think that's like what, I ain't speaking for all dudes, but I think that's what all dudes is chasing. Like that. That's why I think it's so hard to pass up on cheating, because we never know, like, if that's going to be the best one.
Dang. So you gonna always search for the best one? You don't think you could be
Nah,
happy?
dudes not gonna always do it, but I think that plays a part in the thinking. Like, some dudes got their preference. Some dudes like slim, some dudes like thick. You know what I'm saying? But if a dude is cheating, it's because he's chasing that high.
He's chasing something.
Right.
Hmm.
Because you never know. Like, you might have something that feel good, but it's like it's so many different flavors of women. Like, damn, that might be, I ain't never had that before. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm saying. Crazy. Saying.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, it's like all these stereotypes with different type of women. It's like,
No, but seriously though, I feel like if I met that person right now, and we had that chemistry, and like we, you know what I'm saying, and we took it there, then I would be open to seeing where it went.
Mm-hmm.
But at that particular time, it just wasn't. I don't know. Like I go off of feelings by like I go off of my first instinct, and like I said, when I came up out of there. And I came up for air, it was it. It was like go, and I was gone,
almost
and
drowned.
that was kind of it. It was kind of it. He's like, what happened? Like, where did you go? And I never forget. Like, we ran into each other
Wow.
at
Oh man. Oh God.
I might have been CIAA.
Did you
year.
ghost him though? Like you ghosted him?
Yeah, like I just disappeared.
Oh, that's worse.
Like-
Tell me something, man.
Yeah,
Like,
like we
you
chatted
could
for a
ghost
couple
me
of
if
days.
it's garbage.
Like we chatted for a couple of days, and then we went a couple of days without chatting. And you know how you get busy, and I know it was. And I was like,
He stopped responding. He
yeah,
called
and
it.
I was like, and I just kind of was like, so I guess you didn't went on and did your thing. You know how we kind of, the women got to make y'all stroke y'all ego, right? So I was like, oh, so I guess you didn't lost interest. And he's like, no, I've been waiting for you. And I was like, nah, it's all good. Like I get the picture. So
You is
it was
evil,
like
bruh.
that, and we cool. And I knew it all the
You
time. I was
evil,
like, I
bro.
ain't never.
That's evil.
Never going back.
You made this man feel like he left you.
Like he ghosted me.
Yeah, like.
He did ghost me.
Oh my God! See, you. You
See,
the
I
lowest
be
of the
telling all
low,
my business.
man.
I am not the lowest of the low. Y'all do this shit all the time.
You lower than
I didn't intend on doing it. I'm just saying it happened like that, and I just knew when I left up out of there, that was it.
But you ain't have to hit him up and then.
But what else was I supposed to do?
Just ghost him. Like you got his hopes up. I guess. Like soon as you hit him up, like I guess.
Oh, that's where my problem be, right?
Like he like, oh, he thinks he back in the game.
I like to let y'all think y'all win.
No, you made him think he was back in the game.
I like to let y'all think like, oh, I got that notch and that was just it. Like I just hit it and quit it, and I be sitting there to myself like, baby, that was it.
Man,
like,
wow, man. I be mad.
And when they circle the
probably
block,
bust your windows out.
and then when they circle the block, I be like, they be like, hey boo, hey, what's up? How you doing? Da da da. I be like, who? Who are you talking to? Who is this?
Yeah, her tires would be flat.
I be like, who is this?
I don't even do that type of stuff. Don't make me think I got a shot, then let me down. Like
he didn't think he had. He couldn't have thought he had a shot.
you,
it was just like
you already ghosted me. Then you hit me back up.
I did not ghost. Like we both text, and then I'm assuming we both got busy.
Right. Then you gonna hit me back up like I've been dissing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
because y'all got it. Because men are supposed to chase women,
No,
so you
men-
got to still bite. You got to.
We're not gonna
you got
harass
to
you.
dangle the worm for me to bite, and that's probably.
why you want to be chased for? If you know you like what are we chasing?
Yes, but
each
I'm
other
not
for?
going to be running and chasing behind you. So
You don't have to chase.
If we text on Tuesday and that's the end of the text message.
Who had the last text message?
I don't know. It could have been both of us. Good night, good night.
Oh.
Well, Wednesday come, nobody texts. Thursday come, I did not get no good morning beautiful. I didn't get no grand rising.
See,
I'm just playing. I'm just cutting up, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like if I don't if you don't say nothing, I ain't saying nothing. And if you're not consistent, then I'm not gonna be consistent.
I'm gonna say something last. If you don't respond, then that's where the conversation end at. Like you ain't interested if you don't say nothing after that, and I ain't gonna sweat you.
Well, a lot of times I go to bed early most of the time, but I'm just saying.
You better hit me in the morning. As soon as you wake up, you better be responding.
Exactly. And see, that's me. Like, if you text me and then I can see it in the morning, then I'm going to text you back. I'm like, sorry, I fell asleep, da, 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 da.
I don't believe it.
But if we go...
I take it.
But if we go 2-3 days and you waiting for me to respond or to text you or you to text me, you get what I'm saying? Like, then... I'm not doing it.
No, I don't believe that. And if I'm definitely not gonna do that if it's the best I done had.
So then I'm gonna text and say, all right, so I guess you didn't find you something else. So
oh man.
You have a nice life.
But you could have just
simply
said you could have simply said hey.
And we da 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 da. And that's just
You could have simply said
I just like
hey.
to go ahead and put the nail in the coffin right there.
That's dirty.
You don't think that that's right?
You could have just not even said nothing. And just kept it.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. I leave it like that.
Okay, I'd rather that. I'd rather that if it's the best I ever had. Like don't hit me up. Any type of communication, I'm gonna believe that I got a shot. And if I know you playing with me, it's gonna piss me off. Just don't even reach out to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, these are just little instances that has happened. It's not nothing recently, but I'm just saying, like, these are just experiences that I've had in life, and like that was my thought. I'm gonna say not now, but that was my thought process. And I'm gonna say that was my thought process in my singleness when I was not healed.
I got you.
Okay?
I got you.
So now I am a little bit more open minded. But if I smell bullshit, I'm gonna definitely call you out on your bullshit.
You should. Everybody should be more honest.
If that kind of makes sense. Like, if that's what you want, I'm gonna give you exactly what you want. But you might be a little disappointed. It may not go as the way you want it.
Hey, do what makes you happy.
But truth, but listen, I done been hurt too in them kind of situations too. And see, that's what women don't like to talk about, but I'm okay with talking about it. Yeah.
That's why you're trying to get back with people.
No.
Oh.
I don't get back at people.
You're trying to get even with the
I
male
don't get
species.
even. I learned, like, everything is like you win some, you lose some. Everybody not gonna win them all.
That's exactly how life
And we
is.
as women, we not gonna win them all, and y'all as men ain't gonna win them all. And it's just the fact that sometimes we women, when we don't win, we retaliate.
Gotta
And
be
that's
able to
not
take them
good.
losses. You gotta be able to
You
take
gotta
them
be
losses.
able to take an L.
You can't even look at it like a loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta look at it like it ain't meant to be.
It's just the experience.
Yeah, and I don't be mad. Like, when people be like, "Oh yeah, I heard such and such said such," I'm like, "Oh, okay." I let them tell whatever side of the story. If that's what makes you comfortable with it, then I'm okay with it. I don't try to justify it. I don't try to clear it up, because I know, like, if I pull this phone out, everybody gonna be in tears.
Right.
So I just be like, I let people have their 15 minutes of fame, and if you have to use my name to do it, so be it. Like, I don't care like that.
All right.
See, I think I just think different.
It's good to think different.
You don't think that's good?
I think it is good.
Okay, see.
I mean, like I said, I'm at the age right now. Well, I'm not at the age, but I'm at the mindset where I don't even think any of this matters.
It don't. See, I be thinking it. Like, it really don't matter. I think that it doesn't matter what you... Everybody's living their own life. They running their own race. So, good, bad, or indifferent is their life. They the only ones got to live it. We the only ones got to live it. So, with that being said, I guess we wrapping up.
Wrap it up.
Questions and conversations. This has been... Ooh.
It's a more mellowed
Yeah.
episode.
It's more chill. I enjoyed this one.
Oh, we did get... Oh, we had some...
Had some thick conversations, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have some more. We got some more. I got some more questions.
Okay. Y'all tell us what we messed up at, too.
Yes, please tell us what we messed up at. And y'all, don't wear me out too bad, because for some reason, he likes to edit all the shit to have me looking crazy.
Hey.
So y'all don't wear me out too bad.
She can't look crazy.
I don't know.
I'm the crazy one.
I don't know. They might think I'm a little crazy after this.
After today, yeah. Now you
Stop
done took the
cutting.
cake at the boy.
Okay, like I said, good night, y'all.